Hello YouTube. So following the 90% water change that I did in my previous video, um, it wasn't enough. The water is still a bit fuzzy, and that's mostly because of my fault. The last bit of water I put it in too hard, and it stirred up the sand at the bottom. So what I have to do is attach an extra filter to help clean the water out. Now everything is doing fine in this aquarium. As you can see, the sand is settling down on the rocks and on top of the sand. So look how fine this sand is. It looks like some sort of mildew or water of some sorts on top of the other sand. It's kind of funny because my fish actually love it. They play in it constantly. I have a couple tester fish in here, and they do love this. So I'm thinking of getting quite a few of these cats, little cats, to kind of stir up the sand in the future. I'm also getting some plants. I'm starting to plant some plants in this tank, so we're going for a more natural feel for this tank. This filter will be removed, and I have a skimmer here as well I've added to help clean this up, and it's working. It's just going to take another couple days to get crystal clear water, and my other tank is doing great. I want to kind of show you a little bit of a cheat as far as like medicine goes for your tank. Sometimes you see that you have to buy medicine because there is something wrong with your fish. It depends on the type of fish, but most of the time medicine is sort of universal. So here's like a bottle that's specifically made for koi fish, but in reality it will work for some of your fish as well. Just be gentle. I never use the full quantities. I always use a little bit less when it's not designed for specifically your fish, just in case it's a little bit too strong. But in this case, this is a clear liquid versus my really dark blue liquid, really condensed liquid that I have. So I'm pretty sure this is a lot lighter, but I will not take a chance. But it does treat bacterial fish infections. So, and it's cheaper than the other medicines. So, you know, sometimes you can get away with koi fish medicine on your fish as well. So that's the update for the 55 gallon. It's getting ready. It's only been a week and or less, so we still have a bit of work to do to get this water perfect. But in my other aquarium, everything's holding nice. The pH is holding where I want it, and so is the ammonia levels. They're nice and normal. And Max has his little house he is playing in. He absolutely loves it. He just goes in and he messes with the filter all the time. So that's his little cubby hole. Apparently he, like I said in the previous videos, he loves to get at the carbon and build up in the tank. He just loves the little carbon stone. So that's that for that tank. I've removed some plants, plastic plants, to give these big angelfish a bit more room, especially since they've got these two little friends now that I absolutely love that are with them. So that's all. My tanks have gone through some major water changes to improve the situation, just because, like I said, I was buying fish from a store that I think had some medicine issues. So here everything's fine. This female is actually, I moved the male out and she's left with 2 juvenile males who are just playing right now in the back behind the plants there. Now remember the little guys that we're raising, there was only 3 of them. So here's one of them, and I think down below is another, and somewhere is the 3rd one. So they're all over the place mostly there. Now the male I did not want to grow out. She's fairly pregnant, is back in the tank because he's quite a powerhouse and he just did too much with the other female he was with, so he's back in this tank. This blue male didn't do too good. He got beat up by the other blue male, so I had to separate them, and I put him in with this funky female here, so they're all by themselves. He came back to life. He's doing good, but he had a split back tail fin, which is now curing and almost fixed the way he got beat up by the other ones. So and she likes him and he likes her, so this is a good couple. I try to when I mix my fish to breed, I try to make sure that they're happy together. As soon as you put the male guppy in with the female guppy, you'll notice that the female guppy will right away, within 5 to 30 seconds, will right away like the male if she's gonna like him. If she's not gonna like him, she'll kind of swim up to him and kind of swim away. And then there is my red and the funky yellow one in there. So a lot of these got moved around, but they're pretty good. They're pretty healthy. These guys had some spots on them before, and they're pretty good. And from what I've seen, I had to look at it very closely. Those particular spots that they had were not actual ick. It was somehow some of the finer air bubbles got stuck to them. So that's what happened there. But you would never know because they were stuck in the same spots for a day or two. Even though I used medicine, I was wondering why didn't that go away. And then I tried to just touch the fish gently to see how she's doing, and the bubble came off of the fish. So there you go. Fooled me into thinking she... Oh, just so you don't think I'm lying to you, there's all 3 of them right here, and this is the one that came from the blue male that I mentioned earlier in the middle there. So that's it for the update, and I'll see you guys later. Bye.